Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. As you can see, today I am not in my regular office. I'm actually in Miami, and I'm here doing a little business as well as visiting some family members, and I figured I'd shoot a little episode for you. Now, customary wristwatch check, I'm wearing my Eterna Contiki World Timer on a blue NATO strap. Fantastic for the summer, a lot of fun, and actually extended summer because it's October, but in Miami it's still wonderful. And I took a few watches with me down here. I took my Seiko SKX, so that's when I go to the beach. I took my Omega Seamaster pre-ceramic, the Pierce Brosnan version. Kind of when I just go out at night, and this is my wild card, so to speak. So what did I want to talk about today? Now, I had a quick thought, and that is, if I lived in a city like Miami, a city with a ton of flair, a ton of personality, where being subtle wasn't something most people want to do, what would be my 5-watch collection? Once again, for Miami, subtlety is not part of the collection, and also most likely not too many leather straps, simply because of the South Florida weather. What would I pick? What 5 luxury watches with personality, pizzazz, and just a ton of wrist presence would I pick if I lived down here permanently? And I thought that was pretty interesting. I had a ton of fun making that list. So let's get started. So why don't we start a little bit more tame? And if this is tame, then you guys don't want to see what's coming up on the list. But for an everyday kind of watch, something you can put on toward a lunch, or just walk the streets with, I went with a 2-tone Cartier Santos 100 on the bracelet. Man, what can we say? This watch has a ton of personality. Apart from the different shape, the 2-tone, especially in the screws and the bezel, really help it pop. And this is a Miami classic. It's very, very popular down here. It's a design classic as well, which, Miami being one of the Art Deco capitals of the world, design really matters, but it's a design icon for Cartier as well. Not particularly the most haute horlogerie piece, it's got an ETA 2892, but still, man, this is a fantastic watch with a ton of presence. That is the Cartier Santos 100 2-tone on a bracelet. Now, moving along, we've got to go with a diver, and we got to go with a crazy diver, because a normal Rolex sub or even a gold sub won't cut it down here, especially for me. So what I went with is the Breguet Marine Royale in rose gold on a rubber strap. And I could have picked the bracelet, but I went a little, easier on the budget, and I picked the rubber strap. This is a massive 44 plus millimeter diver, all in rose gold, and it's a very rich color Breguet rose gold with an alarm. Rotating bezel. Yes, guys, I know you gotta be crazy to dive with this thing, but that's not the point. This is my list, and this is Miami, and this would be a kick-ass watch to wear down here. Ton of presence. It doesn't apologize for itself. It stands out. It's bold. It's perfect, and that is the Breguet Marine Royale. Not to mention, when you wake, when you have to wake up in the morning because you're a little hungover from one too many tequilas, it's got that alarm function. And that is why it makes the list, for the alarm function. And up next, we have a real sports watch. I figured we're in the beach, so we're going to be swimming a lot, so I had to pick something that could actually get wet without any fear. And I went with the Panerai Submersible. What a watch. Now, this is very, very masculine. It's a Panerai 44 millimeter case, but it's got that rotating bezel. It's got that checkerboard dial. It's big, it's masculine, it pops, and it does all of this while being in steel, even though there is a titanium version. So as you guys see, I didn't go all out crazy. I also like the different strap options here. Yes, I'd probably keep it on rubber simply because of the weather, but you do have options. And the budget, it is expensive. Of course, it's a Panerai, but it's about $7,000 US, as opposed to the Marine Royale, which is in the high 5 figures. So we're keeping it a little bit more reasonable. And it's also a watch which, you can kind of wear to the gym if you want, swim with it, wear it on Miami Beach, on Ocean Drive, and you don't have to worry too much about it. Of course, all in the context of Miami. Coming up next is a watch I know extremely well. And it's the only watch on this list on an alligator band. And we had to pick a dress watch. And this is the Piaget Emperador Full Pavé. As you guys can see, it's a full pavé cushion case, 42 millimeters, and the middle of the dial is mother of pearl. Beautiful alligator strap, and it's a dual time zone. Very, very thin, as most Piagets are. This is a fantastic looking dress watch. And another thing, yes, it's definitely expensive. It's full pavé with dégradé diamonds, but it's a big bang for your buck for what you get. This piece is about $60,000. But to me, it easily looks like it could cost above $100. What a ton of personality. I think it shows a little bit of class, but a whole ton of flair. Once again, Piaget is known for their understated pieces. This certainly isn't it, but I think it fits wonderfully in the collection. And it shows a touch of class to have a watchmaker like Piaget in there. Perfect watch to go to dinner at the St. Regis at Bal Harbour. And of course, this list could not be complete without a chronograph. So I had to think something that'd be resistant to moisture and water, so something waterproof, but something with flair, because as we know, this list is all about flair. 5 watches that are in your face. And what did I come up with? Well, a lot of people say, Federico, you don't give Vacheron Constantin enough love. So you know what? They're making the list. I'm going with the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph in rose gold on a bracelet. Boy, what a watch. 42 millimeters, solid rose gold, screw down pushers so you can make it pretty water resistant, and it's got that fantastic overseas bracelet that's shaped like the Maltese cross. Ton of personality here. And we keep it a little bit more highbrow, where most people, on South Beach are wearing AP Royal Oaks. We're giving it a different spin with the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. Definitely a watch with a ton of personality and considered, part of the Holy Trinity. And I made a video about that, check it out. But you guys know my opinion on the Holy Trinity. However, it's still considered in it. So you got to give it points for that. Anyway, guys, what do you think of my list of my 5 in-your-face watches perfect for a city like Miami? Did I lose my mind completely, or you guys kind of think it makes sense? Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, and guys, don't forget, last video I talked about a platform called Snups, and I'll leave my profile in the description below. Feel free to join, and you can ask me a bunch of questions about my collections through the app itself. So you can take a look at all my watches and drop me a message there, and I'd be happy to answer. So go ahead and join Snups. And of course, follow me on Instagram. That's Federico Talks Watches, link in description as well, so you can get more watch content on the days when I'm not uploaded. Thank you so much for sticking around for another video of Federico Talks Watches. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you found it useful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.